Hello students, I am Mrs. Rupali Samir Brahmane from Deccan Education Society's Ferguson College, Pune. So students, today we are going to learn Information Technologies Advanced Web Designing chapter, that is chapter 1. And in that we are going to learn so many topics today that we are going to learn various CSS properties. We are also going to learn audio tags, video tags, as well as we will also see how client-side image mapping can be done with your web pages. Student, from the point of examination, the chapter 1 is very important. So today's lecture is very important. Let us start with the PowerPoint presentation and demos for the lecture. So students, here is a code of the CSS properties. So H1 is having Arial font and 36 pixel size, and here color is blue. So if you observe over here, the blue color has appeared and Arial font has appeared for this. So I have mentioned for H1 three properties: font dash family, font dash size, and color. So for the paragraph, I have mentioned it should be bold and having italic size. So observe for the font italic for the paragraph here. I have also specified letter dash spacing property, CSS property, which I have mentioned 10px. You must mention this px so that the output will come. If you don't specify this px word over here, output won't display the correct. So here letter spacing 10 is specified. That's why there is a spacing between two letters. Font size is 36 pixels, so applied for this paragraph. Students, observe over here, ABC style I have specified over here. Here dot ABC, that means I have specified it as a class. For that class, background color yellow is specified and text decoration underline. So that has been applied to this. So this information technology I have applied class is equal to ABC. That's why in the output this has appeared having the underline and background color yellow. Students, over here the text align is mentioned for H4 for other objects. So you may observe over here other objects has appeared in the center because of text dash align CSS property. So this heading 2 has got the distance because of the padding effect. So what is the padding effect? Between the text and the outside area which you have to display on your web page should get the distance. So here this 30 pixels distance has appeared because of this padding property of CSS. Students, for H3 I have applied padding effect. So padding effect is specified by using padding property, that is 30 pixels mentioned over here. Because of that, this distance has appeared between the border and the text. So border I have specified over here as dashed and green border, so that has been applied over here. So border is a property in which I have specified I want the width of the border as 3 pixels. It should be in the dashed manner and it should be in the green color. So that has been applied to this. So in this way you are going to make use of various kinds of CSS properties. So in this program we have applied so many properties like font family, font size, color, font weight bold for the paragraph. So here bold has appeared. We have applied text decoration. We have given underline for that. We have also applied background image. So for the background image, observe this background has came because I have created one file having background.png name and I have saved in the same folder. So once I specify background dash image and URL, I just mention the file name because it is in the same folder. So this way we can make use of various properties including the border, padding, text align for your web page. So let us go for the next slide, that is how to give the text alignment. So you can give the text alignment in 4 manners, like say for the left, justify, right and center. Observe here there is a difference between this and this. What is the difference is this is the left align and this is the justified align. If you observe over here, left align, there is a distance here which is not over here. So this will appear as a straight line over here for the justify alignment. This is a right alignment. Obviously, it is at the right hand side, and this is in the center. So this is the text dash align property. Students, let us see what is universal selector. Universal selector is specified by using star symbol. You need to remember this. So star symbol, if you specify as a wildcard in your program like this, here I have mentioned. So this can be applied for any of the selector. In this case, I can make use of this star instead of H1 or P selector or maybe a body selector. So if I specify this like this, so here font size 36 and color blue will be applied for H1 as well as for the paragraph. So you may observe over here for all, like for H1 as well as for the paragraph also, you will find the font size 36 and color blue because universal selector has been applied for all the tags. So let us see what is a group selector. So group selector is nothing but if you want to have same kind of formatting for various headings or various elements. So here what I can do is, for here I can write H1, I want Arial font and color green. And same for the paragraph as well, I want a Arial font and green color. So instead of writing this statement twice, what I can do is I can write single statement by just specifying a comma. So this way we can group two selectors at a time. So if I specify the code like this, this will be the output. Now you may observe the code and output on your screen using the group selector. Question may come in your examination on group selector. So let us see how we can position the text or various kinds of images or elements on the web page. So which are the CSS properties? The first property is obviously the position property. How to make use of that? You have to make use of it by specifying the values static, fixed, absolute and relative. Students, do remember these values for the position property for the online examination multiple choice questions. So if I specify position fixed, I can specify that H1 should appear from top, it should leave 40 pixels by specifying this example. Students, we will see the example demo of for the position. So here along with the position you can mention top, left, bottom and right properties as well, so that you can specify whichever position you want for the particular element. For example, over here you may observe for H1 the position is absolute, I have mentioned, and left, from left side it should leave the 20 pixel, from top it should leave 40 pixels. Student, what is absolute position, what is fixed position, we will see just by looking at the demos. So let us create the SOP2 which may have this here. Okay, so observe over here for SOP2 you will find over here the code on the left hand side and output on the right hand side. Student, in the SOP2 you should make use of HTML5 tags, like say here I have used the tag section tag over here. Okay, for displaying the cities I have used left section over here, and for tourist places I have used one more section that I called it as a, here I have specified it by using aside. So aside will keep my tourist places on the right hand side. So how I have aligned this, just observe. So prior that, if I want to display the list like this on your web page, so if I want to display the ordered list, students observe over here, the code I have written is this. So OL means ordered list. So if I specify list atom, I will go on adding li tag over here, which will give the numbering automatically 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want some other numbering like Roman numbering, you can specify here type attribute. And if you want to start numbering with some fourth digit, then you may specify start equal to 4. So here I have mentioned simple list over here, ordered list of the city over here. Students observe, I have mentioned that inside the section tag. So for the section tag, I have mentioned that it should have the font Arial and it should have the background color yellow. That's why this has appeared like this. So students, you also observe over here, I have mentioned float left over here. Float left means it is going to appear on the left hand side. I have mentioned width also over here. That's why it's taking only 50% of the particular window. So here on the right hand side, I have used a UL tag. So UL tag is used for displaying the unordered list, a bulleted list you will get by using the UL tag. Students, do remember OL and UL tag for the online examination. It's used along with the LI tag over here. LI tag is a pair tag, UL tag and OL tag is also a pair tag. So I have started with aside over here and ended with aside. For the aside, observe over here, I have mentioned I want this font and I want a background color pink. That's why here background color pink has appeared, and you may observe the font size, width, and here because of the float, right, it is going to appear at the right hand side. For H1, that is a tourist places, you may observe I have used the HTML5 tag that is called as a header tag. So for the header, I have mentioned the internal CSS as mentioned in your SOP2. You should make use of internal CSS. So here style tag I have used, and background color I have mentioned over here. Color I have mentioned, and alignment center like this as shown in your textbook. So this is all about SOP2. So let us see the audio tag, which is also one of the assignment for the practical, as well as that will be there for the theory examination. So various kinds of audio file formats are there. You may refer the textbook for getting the audio file formats. As you can see on the screen, various audio file formats and examples for inserting the audio on the web page. If you mention the audio tag, which is a pair tag, along with the end audio, if you specify this in your body tag, inside your body tag on your web page in HTML code, you will find that audio will get played on your web page. So here SRC attribute is specified over here to specify URL or name of the audio file over here. So these are the file formats you need to remember for the online examination for multiple choice questions. So here let us see which are the attributes for the audio tag. These attributes are also very important from the multiple choice 3 correct or 2 correct answers. So autoplay will play your audio file automatically without any of the user's interaction. So controls will show you the controls, forward, reverse, all the slider it will show. Loop will play the video again and again. Muted will mute the audio output. User need to unmute to play the sound, to hear the sound. SRC just now we have seen used to specify the URL of the audio file. Students, for the audio tag, if you write down the code like this, for example, inside the body tag, if you specify the audio tag like this, and I have mentioned the kinds.wav file over here, which is a audio oblique wave file format. I want controls, so I will specify the controls keyword and autoplay attribute to specify that audio should be played automatically once page gets loaded. So if I specify the code like this, on the web page I will get something like this. Suppose if you want to try out this in your SOP, so how you will try out? By using audio tag. Students, along with the audio SRC, you may specify source tag with the audio, so that you can try out with your SOP. So let's observe, this is SOP page 1. So you may observe the demo of this. Students, over here you have observed that audio tag I have inserted on the web page. I want the audio with controls. So because of that, this has played my audio file continuously when I was playing it. Now audio tag has end audio tag. So in the SOP page 1, you must mention autoplay, loop attribute and controls keyword for the audio tag. For the second page, this is the code and output. If you want to see, you may see the demo. Just now observe the code first. SRC tag I have specified for the source tag now. So why I have specified this? Because some of the browsers may not support WAV file format. So this is a WAV file format, audio file format. If WAV file format is not supported, then automatically this file will be played by the browsers. If any of the file is not supported, then it should display like this, but this is not displayed by the latest browsers. Right now I'm using the latest browser. So autoplay and loop attributes I have used along with the audio tag. I have used these two along with the audio tag and not with the source. So you must remember this autoplay and loop is the attribute for the audio tag. As a source is the tag which can be inserted inside the audio tag in your second SOP2. Just observe the output. So it has played the sound. Students, let us see the next SOP that is done by using video tag. So which are the video file formats supported in HTML5? So MP4 file formats, which is MPEG file format, which means moving or motion picture experts group. You need to remember this for the point of examination. So students, do remember .mp4, .webm and .ogg. These are the three video file formats. You might have observed that .ogg is also a audio file format as well as a video file format. So that is a open container and free file format. If you mention the code something like this on your web page, you will get a video on your web page if it is saved in your same folder. So students, if you want to try out with the video tag, you can make use of these attributes. So these are the attributes of the video tag you should remember for the examination, again for 2 and 3 correct answers. So here src attribute to specify the URL of the video file. Width and height will specify what kind of size you want on the web page. For the video, controls will specify reverse and forward button for the video. Muted will, if you specify muted in your video tag, it will mute your audio for the video file, and user can unmute if required. Autoplay will play the video automatically upon loading the web page. Students, if I want to try out with SOP1 for the video, I can write the code something like this. If you observe the code over here, just see the video tag you have to make use of, then src attribute followed by the video file name. Students, I have saved this MP4 file in my folder where my video.html is. That's why I need not have to mention the complete path over there or complete URL over there. You may mention complete URL over here. Controls attribute will show me the play button, pause button and slider over here. You may observe autoplay. So if I start playing it, automatically it will play the video file. Here width and height as mentioned in your SOP is 150 over here. Students, do remember that video tag is a pair tag. So this code you are supposed to write during the practical examination when examiner asks. Let us go for the second page of SOP. For video file format, now again you can make use of source tag inside the video tag. Observe over here on the left hand side in the code I have mentioned it should start playing automatically. And I want video should be without controls, means there should not be any slider to move or forward and pause play button. So that means video without control. So here I have mentioned for that autoplay, loop, width and height I have mentioned, and inside the source tag I have mentioned the name of the video file. If any of the file is not supported by the browser, automatically it will take out the second file. Students, these both files are same, just the file formats are different. So I can make use of two file formats in the same video file here, because if any of the browser is not supporting any of the file format, it will play the another file automatically. If any of the file is not supported, it should show this message. Again I said this will not be supported by the latest browser. So you will just get any of the video file getting played on your web page. So here I have used the Edge browser, Microsoft Edge browser for getting the output. Just observe the output. So no controls over here for play or pause or forward reverse because of this tag. So this is a video page too. You are supposed to write on by using video tag and end video tag. Without controls you should display like this for the SOP video. So students, now let us go for the next SOP, that is a image mapping. It's very easy and interesting SOP. Let us start with this. So what is an image map? Image map means a single image if you want to give multiple hyperlinks, that is called as image mapping. Students, if you want to connect many of web pages on the single image, then that we can call it as a client side image mapping or server side image mapping. There are two types. So image map is created by marking certain regions, and these regions are called as hotspots. Students, do remember the hotspot keyword for the point of examination for the fill in the blanks. The clickable regions on the image are called as hotspots in the image mapping. There are two types, server side and client side image mapping, as just now I said. The tags required for creating the client side image mapping we will see. We are having only client side image mapping in our syllabus. So we will just see what are the tags required for that. Along with the image tag, you must make use of the use map attribute for the client side image mapping. So question comes in the online examination for the fill in the blanks, that use which attribute is used in the client side image mapping along with the image tag with the src and other attributes. So use map keyword is very important. And remember that hash symbol is used when you want to specify the name of the map file. So here map tag is required to specify which coordinates you want to have to highlight for the hyperlink. So here map tag has only one attribute. Do remember that attribute is name, and which will identify the name. Students, do remember whatever name you will specify in the map tag, you will specify that inside the use map by using the hash symbol. So let us see the next tag that is required for it is a area tag. Area tag will specify the clickable region, that we call it as a hotspot. And here along with the map tag, area tag is a must for creating the client side image mapping. So the tags required for creating client side image mapping are image tag, map tag and area tag. You must remember these tags as well as the keyword use map and the hash symbol for this SOP. So let us see how we can do this SOP. So for this SOP, you need to create simple paintbrush file, and you are supposed to make use of the various attributes of the area tag for specifying the hotspot or hyperlink. So which are the attributes of area tag can be asked in the online examination. Students, do remember all these four attributes of the area tag for multiple choice correct answers. So href, shape, chords and alt. Students, do observe over here, spelling of the chords has two O's in it. While choosing the correct answer, you must observe the spelling over here. So if I want to specify what should be opened when you will click on the particular region, so that can be specified by using href attribute. So shape of the particular hotspot can be specified by using the value circle, rect, poly and default. Students, do remember these values of shape attribute for the examination. And if I specify circle, obviously hotspot will be of circle shape. Rectangle, any kind of a square or rectangle can be specified by using rect value for the shape attribute. Poly value can be specified for the shape attribute for any other shape, that can be the irregular shape. Any other shape like triangle, even polygon or any amoeba shape also can be specified by using the poly attribute. The rest of the area which is not having hotspot can be given a hyperlink by using the default keyword. Students, chords attribute is used to specify shape of these, what size of this shape should be. So here that can be specified in pixels. Alt attribute will specify extra information about the clickable area. Students, over here observe in the coordinates I have specified some numbers over here which I have got in the paintbrush. In circle I have mentioned three coordinates, three numbers over here, and this is last one is the radius of this. This is a center point for this, and upon clicking the particular region it is going to open the particular local file over here. So this is the code. You have to save all these files, circle, rect, triangle and this cim.htm in the same folder so that you will get output. Observe in the use map, whatever name I have specified, same name I have given in the map tag. So this is the syntax to give in the client-side image mapping. So these are the points which you are supposed to note down when you will create the client-side image mapping code. So let us see how to position using CSS. There are static, fixed, relative and absolute 4 kinds of positioning in your CSS. So let us see the video for that, how we can make use of fixed positioning over here. So observe code on the left hand side. I have mentioned for the image, the position is fixed. So right hand side, observe laptop image is there, which is the having position fixed, and from the left hand side 150 pixels, and from tops it will leave 150 pixels again. So inside the style tag I have mentioned it like this. Observe the code now, and I have mentioned over here at the end the tag, image tag, still it is appearing above over here like this because of this position fixed. And if I scroll at the right hand side over here in the output, observe that the image is fixed and it is not changing its position though I am scrolling. Here now next observe over here position relative. The position of CSS syntax, that is the H2, I have mentioned it as a yellow color and width 40 pixels, which is appearing over here. Relative positioning means position of your element, which is actual position, from that it is going to change its position. So here students observe over here the CSS syntax I have given, the ABC style over here, and if I write the style over here for H2 as background color cyan and width 30, it is getting the background color cyan in the output like this. And observe now students, I have mentioned now because of this, right now I have not mentioned any kind of a class over here, that's why image is now here below of the H2. Now I am mentioning the position absolute for the ABC class, and if I, instead of replacing ABC class, I have mentioned that should be applied for H2 now. Now that position absolute will be applied for my heading, that is CSS syntax over here, and it will leave that. Let us see and refresh the code over here in the output. If I refresh it, you will observe that I'm saving the code and refreshing. Observe it has appeared on the image now because of the position absolute. So whichever I will mention the position, at that particular position your heading 2 is going to appear, whether it is on the image or whether it is on the text. So I can mention that CSS syntax on the image like this by using the absolute positioning. Students, let us see the various types of properties which are used for positioning. The 2 more properties are there, float and display property. Students, observe over here, I have inserted image laptop over here on the web page, and I have mentioned float left property. Because of float left property, on the right hand side text has appeared. Now you may observe, if I specify float right, it is going to appear on the right hand side. So students, today we have learned client-side image mapping, audio tag, video tag, and we have also seen CSS properties and how they are working on the web page. Thank you.